Now, recently I was studying the book of Genesis, and here I find Joseph in prison. We understand the butler and the baker of Pharaoh were also there, and they go talking, what led you here? What led you here? For the two of them, they offended their master. But Joseph, what led you here? What was your sin? And he said, my vision led me here. I didn't have a problem. I didn't have anything to do with the prison until I started dreaming. Sometimes you ask yourself, why was it that when I didn't have a dream, when I didn't have a vision, I didn't have any troubles? Why was it that the moment I decided I will be something great in life, the moment I decided I'll be something for God, all of the problems started? Actually, sometimes prison could be in the program. God said they will bow before you, but God didn't tell you how He was going to arrange that. How was He going to arrange it? How else do you think a stranger could have been to the palace? God arranged everything. Joseph had a dream about greatness, but it started going down. How do you explain that? Maybe you're going through some trials right now. You might be traveling the Joseph route. When others look at you, they say to yourself, keep short, you have sinned. What did you do? That's how they will go and commit some secret sin. They will not tell anybody. And that's the perspective some believers hold, that if it is not working for you, it must be that it is not well with you. If things are not responding to you in life, it must be that you have lost divine support. Not always. Joseph was in Potiphar's house as a slave. Don't forget, it was his son where he was coming from. He was in Potiphar's house as a slave. But unless you knew, you wouldn't believe it. The Bible says, and God was with Joseph. Can God be with me and things are going down? Yes. That's what Joseph's story says. But just when he thought that, it was over, then temptation came. He overcame the temptation, but it landed him in prison. Have you been there when people say to you, you are becoming too righteous? Your righteousness is not allowing you to be promoted at work. Your righteousness is making you lose businesses. How we interpret this sometimes is shocking. That you lose a business does not mean that you have done anything wrong in life. Sometimes righteousness will lead you to losses. God didn't complain that Joseph didn't do it right. Today's generation of believers, if we were contemporaries to Joseph, many people will give him some motivational speaking. And that was why I brought Job in, because that was what his friend did. Eventually, Joseph landed in prison, and he spent years there, because it was after 2 years of interpreting to the baker and the butler that he was introduced to the palace. Well, Lord, make me the Joseph of my family. Are you sure about the prayer you are praying? So, people of God, let's embrace trials when they come, trusting God to lead us through and to deliver us from them. No, don't pray for trials. Only go through trials that are in your program, because if they're in your program, there's also enablement planted to see you through. There's divine support to see you through. So Joseph was in prison. Oh my God, when the anointed is in prison, can the anointed be in prison? Yes. If you're going through stuff today, know that at the end of that phase, there's a palace waiting for you, because that's where the glory really lies. For every glory, there's a story. Every glory, there is a story. Don't give up on the process. The product will soon come out. And when you come out, you will shine. Everybody will praise God for you. That was what happened to Job. God rebuked his friends. He said, you didn't speak on my behalf. It was only Job that stood with me. And sincerely, when I read some of the comments Job made, I'm like, God, did you say Job spoke for you? He almost gave up. But God saw his heart. That in spite of whatever it was that was said, he didn't sin against God. And God rebuked his friend and said, go and sacrifice and ask Job to pray for you. They obeyed, they came back to Job. They will come back to you. Amen. All of the people that are despising you today because your story from your dream led the downward path, when you get to the palace, they will bow down for you. Amen. I don't know how many years it will take, but eventually the vision of Joseph came to pass. Everyone that needed to bow, because dreams still come true. It may take years to happen, but they will surely happen if they were originated in God. Don't give up on your dreams. All of us are waiting to rejoice with you and celebrate with you at the palace. See you at the top.